Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
No. It's not true. That's impossible.
Boy, do you need a spoiler alert?
Spoiler alert!
40-year-old movie. It's one of the most iconic and popular franchises in movie history. Star Wars, of course, continues to have major success. Almost 50 years since the first movie.
Yep.
Man.
The franchise even has its own official holiday. May the 4th be with you. Super cool. And at Columbia College Chicago, there's a class about Star Wars fandom and its effect on culture. It's taught by Professor Carmelo Estrich, who wrote the book Star Wars Multiverse and is speaking at a pop culture conference tomorrow. Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you considered to be the authority on
No.
Star Wars? Well, who are you speaking to at this conference?
This is a conference that is a combination of fans and scholars. DePaul has a yearly conference called the Pop Culture Conference, and every year is a different topic. This year is Star Wars. And so they invited me to be one of the keynote addresses for it.
So is this about learning about the world through Star Wars, like discrimination and colonialization?
Yeah.
All sorts of ways.
Like give us an example of what
part of what we do in the class is we talk about how Star Wars reflects our American culture, how the way we think about gender, how the way that we think about war, how the wars that we have lived through are reflected in the way that Star Wars is told and that Star Wars is reflected. World War II and Vietnam War are all inserted in the Star Wars story. And so it's really, really fascinating for the students who are 18, 19, 20, sort of discovering all of these connections. And so that's just one example. That's just one
I'm
example.
just curious, why are people so connected to this Star Wars universe more than, like, I don't know, Lord of the Rings has, similar stories of wars and whatnot. I'm just thinking of them off the top of my head. What is it about Star Wars?
I think an issue is that it's 50 years old.
Okay.
And so there are generations that feel differently about Star Wars. At the very beginning, in the 1970s, we just went through Nixon and Vietnam and all of that, having a story that was good guys, bad guys. The good guys win. The bad guys are evil. Yeah. Was a really refreshing story in the United States. But as generations go through, we have different ways of the Cold War becomes important during the prequel era. And so there are different ways to relate to Star Wars.
But also on the technological side that younger generations won't appreciate. When we saw Star Wars, it blew us away because we had never seen such a thing with the special effects.
Correct.
Now it seems a little hokey when you look back. But I guess my question is, I wonder if it's taught us anything about being oversaturated with the series. I mean, James Bond comes out once every 3 years. There were like 9 million Star Wars things. I don't even know what they are anymore.
I say in my book that Star Wars wears a tattoo and it says franchise. And so it's really important to never forget that this is a franchise, that this is about making more and more and more and more.
But have they watered it down?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so because I think they brought lots of new things to it that they didn't have before. We have, like, for example, in the Star Wars comics, we have this amazing lesbian archaeologist who is a bad girl, but she's not a bad girl. And so it's really interesting to bring other sexualities, other ways of portraying gender. We have Guatemalan American actors being characters in the sequel trilogy. And so they keep tweaking and changing and adding to it. And I actually love that they're doing that.
What's the worst one? I mean, is
the worst movie?
The worst movie. One. I mean, you can't love them all. I mean, the first trilogy everyone knows is great, but some of the. Do you like Jar Jar Binks?
I'm going to be murdered at the conference tomorrow.
All right.
But I would say Attack of the Clones, Episode 2.
How dare you?
I'm so sorry.
Is that the one with the Darth Maul?
No, that's Phantom Menace.
The Jar Jar Binks thing.
This is the one with the romance between Anakin and Padme and the sort of melodramatic love.
Yeah, you don't need that.
There are parts of that movie that I love, but there are parts of that movie that I don't.
You heard it here first. Well, get ready. You want to talk to him about that, argue with it? He's going to be speaking at the celebration of Star Wars tomorrow at DePaul Pop Culture Conference. And is your class, do people have to, wait lists to get in your class at Columbia?
It fills in less than 30 hours.
Isn't that awesome? Wow. Well, good for you. And you got a book about it. You got a podcast about it. It's all on your screen there. Thanks, Carmelo. Nice to meet you.
Thank
Oh, nice to
you.
meet you. Thank you for having me here.